Here at Smash Summit, Beyond the Summit's first Smash event, we have a little bit of time with Westballz. What's up, Westballz? So I'm going to give you the microphone. Before anything else, I want you to tell us about your tag. Tell us about your tag, and like, do your non-Smash friends know what Westballz is?
All right. So do you want me to answer like where I got my tag?
Yo, I have no idea what a Westballz is.
Okay. So back when I was around like 13 or 14, my brother was like playing video games, and he was playing this game called Halo, and
We've heard of it.
basically I asked him if I could play, and he goes, "Yeah, sure, but you have to make a gamer tag." And he says he has to make a gamer tag, and so basically I asked him what his gamer tag was to like see like basically to like get an idea of what I should make my tag, and my brother goes, "Oh, I put mine as nickel nuts." So the first thing I thought of was West Nuts, but I didn't want to completely copy him, so I changed nuts to balls, and that's how my name came about. And what was your second question? I forget.
That's right. That'll do it. That's all about Westballz the balls that I needed to hear. That was good, man. Listen, so this Smash Summit has the biggest prize pool in Melee history, but you guys have been playing together for 3 days before the first bracket matches started. Have you been sandbagging these guys so they can't totally read your advanced stuff, or have you just been trying to practice?
Um, So we've been here for 3 days, and basically, when I play friendlies, it's a different type of play style. Basically, I'm not trying to go for like I'm not trying to like get every percent in. I'm not trying to like close out every stock. I'm trying to basically learn how to use basically like neutral game tools and figuring out like what my opponent or whoever I'm playing, like what they're trying to do to get in. So basically, a lot of people like have different ways of getting in. So like Mango likes to nair a lot. Leffen and Armada like to drill a lot with Fox, and Lucky actually likes to bait out attacks and wait for like a good grab, or he likes to use a lot of back air. And like basically I have to change my style depending on who I'm playing. So when I'm playing Mango, I'm I play more shield heavy, so I bait him into doing bad aerials because he's always throwing them out, and basically stuff like that. I just try to figure out like how I can beat my opponent without them knowing how they can beat me. So basically, like I have like a lot of different ways like how I approach people. So if I'm playing you, I might use one way like to approach you, or a certain way. But when you play me in tournament, it's not going to be the same way. So um, the funny thing is like I know when I'm playing top players, like I know their play style. So when I play them in friendlies, I know like that's what they normally do. But when they play me, it's kind of different. They actually don't they don't know. So I feel like in tournament I'm actually a lot more surprising than people think, and which is why I get a lot of good wins, and is why I'm getting like a lot farther. It's because I think I'm a lot more trickier nowadays with my game plan and game style. So I think that's what's been carrying me lately.
Nice, and that was one of my questions. You're too good. Uh, you were really good about rattling off the approaches to some of the top players. I think that was some good notes for everybody watching at home. Do you write this stuff down, or does it all live in your head?
I don't write anything down. I remember it all, and basically, it's not hard to like remember what people like to do because they do it all over and over and over again. So, I basically figure out what you like to do over and over and over again, and I guess like not every I guess obviously people mix it up, but they're usually like a go-to thing that a lot of top players go with, and basically like I prepare myself for that, and I think that's like a big reason why why I've been getting a lot better recently is because I've been paying attention more to game plan and game strategy instead of like tech skill and figuring things out about the game itself. More, I've been studying and like thinking about game planning more and more lately instead of actual like execution and tech skill and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, that's evolution, and we can see it in your play. So, but I also know that you've put in a lot of hours in this game. I know that from reading about you. I know that from just watching your Fox and your Falco. I'm wondering though, in the first, let's say someone's put in less than 500 hours in this game, right? So they're still learning how to play it. But what are the signs that someone is going to be a good melee player before they are a good melee player? How do you see that early on?
To me, that's a very interesting question because I noticed that I actually tend to like notice good players or like people who have like natural talent, in my opinion, are people who learn very quickly. So basically, my brother has been playing Melee recently, and he actually has some of the most potential I've seen out of like almost any player I've ever seen, just because of how fast my brother is learning. Like he's watched a lot of Melee, but to actually like transfer that into like actual gameplay and execution, like the first time I played my brother, he wave shiny twice and like up smash me, and like that took me back in the day. That took me weeks and weeks and weeks of like every day practicing. So like the fact that like my brother was just able to do it probably with maybe a few days of just training is incredible to me. So like I guess people who just learn general things quickly are people who have a lot of potential. But not to say that if you learn slowly you can't be really good. It's just to say that if you learn quickly, you're obviously gonna pick up things and basically utilize things that most people wouldn't. So like a good explanation would be like not many people will realize that you can do rising attacks while you jump. So like I guess like people who figure that on their own and like basically figure out like game mechanics and like physics of the game, and like they figure things out like for themselves, are like people who like I feel like think deeply about the game and actually like analyze things. I guess basically like the PP style where he like studied and just got really good. So I think that's a big sign of someone who's good, someone who can basically pick up on things really quickly, I guess.
Switching gears, do you find it stressful living under a microscope with Smash getting so big all of a sudden, everyone paying attention to your every move, specifically on social media?
That's a good question. Obviously, there's like a lot of work to do. Like basically, you have a lot of fans that want to talk to you. You have a lot of people who want to contact you. You have people who are talking about you all the time, and even sometimes like recognizing you on the street. So basically, are you asking if it's hard?
Yeah, this is stressful.
It's slightly stressful just because of the fact that sometimes like you just want like a day to yourself, I guess, or like let's say you don't want to be bothered, and I don't know, it's just something that's always there that you can always check, and to be honest, there's always something that I can read. Like I can go on my phone right now and read something that's directed towards me and someone wants me to read. So I guess it's kind of stressful because like sometimes you just don't want to like reply to these people, or like maybe you're feeling down or something, so like maybe reading like a comment where let's say, oh haha, you got owned last weekend, like after you lose. So I mean, you obviously already feel sad you lost, and then reading about it is like more stressful because sometimes like you actually think maybe you do suck at the game or stuff like that. So I guess like it can get to your head, but Yeah, I think it's also like a kind of like a good thing because for me, I've learned to deal with just general hate, and it's not a lot. Like I don't get like hated like at almost like at all, but like there's the occasional rude comment, obviously, and I guess it teaches you how to deal with it. And I guess I'm a lot better with like being able to read like nasty comments. Like nothing phases me as much as it used to. Because back 3 years ago, someone would like talk shit to me like on Smashboards, and I would talk shit right back. But now I'm just like, uh, whatever. Like I don't even reply to them. I just don't pay attention. So I guess it's a good thing just because I learned to ignore um, the negative things, and ignoring negative things in life in general is really good.
That's a really insightful answer. I find this whole thing with Smashers becoming celebrities and under the spotlight so fascinating to me, and how different people deal with them. It's interesting because everyone has a brand, whether they try to have one or not. Like, part of your brand is the whole hood up thing. It's clearly a trademark of yours, and it's awesome. You can see it in the Moxie art, and if I'm Smash GG, if I can get my hoodie on you with the hood up, that's brilliant. And that's very cool to me. So I wonder if you think about it, and if you don't mind me embarrassing you or putting you on the spot, I'm just curious, do you know how many Twitter followers you have? Could you take a guess?
I know exactly.
You do?
Yeah,
How many?
26.2K.
That's correct, ladies and gentlemen. And that's so fascinating to me because one might guess that you're just like, oh, I don't know, I don't care what's on Twitter, but you pay attention to it. I think that's great. Good for you. And you got a nice esports sponsor now, and you're rising and rising in the ranks. So that's really cool, man. Okay, listen, that's gonna about do it for us. I know you have to practice. Still need to win this tournament. So, but at the end, we're gonna do a speed run. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, quick, and you give me just your gut reaction. All right? Westballz speed run. Okay, first, mountains or ocean?
Mountains.
GG's or pop off?
GG's.
Frozen or Tangled?
Frozen.
What year was Melee released?
2001.
What was your first main?
Falcon.
Who's the best smasher of all time?
Me.
Who's going to win Summit this weekend?
Me.
Nailed it. Westballz Smash Summit, thanks for watching. Wes, thank you for your time.